Chapter 305, Sword Intent Golden Core. Inside the ghost space, the shattered void was like a ruin formed by black, white, and gray. In the middle, green and golden energy corroded each other. Break! Songshi snorted coldly, and there was a bang. The power of the netherworld was broken by a fist. The fist that contained a trace of the power of laws was actually unstoppable. It directly hit the 9 netherworld ghost spider and sent it flying for the first time. The latter was stunned. He did not understand why he was not his match when he clearly had the advantage in strength. It didn't know how the power of the natural order surpassed its power, so how could it block it? In the next moment, the power of 10,000 ghosts contained in the punch followed closely behind and swarmed forward. They opened their mouths and tore at the 9 nether ghost spider's body crazily, destroying its defense. At the same time, the extreme yang sword intent contained in Songshi's punch struck the 9 nether ghost spider's consciousness. This was a spiritual attack with a sharp intent. It was like a sharp sword that exploded with his fist. Crack! Crack! The latter's body trembled, and he let out a blood-curdling scream as his eyes split open and exploded. This was because its consciousness had been severely injured by Songshi. A portion of its consciousness had been destroyed by a single punch. It was far more serious than the injuries it had suffered. The sword will finally came in handy. Songshi revealed a look of satisfaction. The core of the Sword Sage's inheritance was sword intent, or rather, the sword Tao. According to the Sword Sage, as long as the sword intent was strong enough, it could match the rules of heaven and earth. He did not know if it could reach that level. In any case, the power of the sword intent he had condensed was not bad. At this moment, in his mental world, there was already an illusory small sword beside the original lunar star. It was also condensed from his spiritual thoughts. This was the main body of the sword intent, similar to the spirit golden core, or it should be called the sword intent golden core. Unlike the spirit golden core, this sword intent golden core's attack power was powerful and extreme. Currently, it could only unleash one attack. However, after the 6 demon suppression fist broke through the 9 nether ghost spider's defense, it was extremely rare that Songshi injured its consciousness. After all, he was only at the nascent soul realm. As the power in his body was exhausted, Songshi instantly fell from his most glorious state to an extremely weakened state. The 9 netherworld ghost spider attacked angrily, and a few bloody wounds appeared on Songshi's body. Then, he was torn apart. After counterattacking, the 9 netherworld ghost spider staggered in the void. Its head shook, and the eyes occupied by Lu Jiu and the others began to fluctuate. The blood-colored light twisted violently. After Songshi revived, he looked at the 9 nether ghost spider calmly. If you can't take the lead now, I might as well send you to the afterlife. Perhaps it had been stimulated by Songshi, or perhaps the 9 netherworld ghost spider's consciousness had been injured. Coupled with more than half a year of restoration and accumulation of strength, the blood-colored light in their eyes shattered and a few heads popped out. Lu Jiu looked around and revealed a grateful expression. Thank you, Brother Bloodrobes. This time, we have full confidence in controlling the 9 netherworld ghost spider. Ghost Butcher and Old Man Nightmare appeared one after another and said happily. To Songshi's surprise, a human face appeared in the last eye. It was a beautiful face. It was Lu Yu. She looked a little lost. Then, she saw the extraordinary and immortal like Songshi and could not help but be stunned. Songshi looked over. His eyes were clear and bright like stars, reflecting the broken spirit space. There were also shadows of Lu Jiu and the other souls. When you guys return to normal, I won't owe your heavenly ghost sect anything anymore. He spoke. I'm just saying, I didn't expect you to really be willing to help us. Lu Yu's voice was weak, no longer as unruly and willful as she was before. There was the Keon Dragon army outside and the uncontrollable 9 nether ghost spiders inside. It was really rare that you were willing to help blood-robed elder. Lu Jiu sighed. Even husbands and wives with a close relationship may not withstand such a calamity. Not to mention that the blood-robed old ghost had not been in the heavenly ghost sect for long and did not have deep feelings for the sect. He was afraid that this matter was not as simple as him being benevolent. Song Shi shook his head. I just don't want to owe the sect a favor. Hurry up and deal with it. You, shatter its will with us. Lu Jiu led the operation. As the remaining 2 blood-red eyes shattered, the 4 souls successfully took the lead and controlled the 9 nether ghost spider to stand up crookedly. What are you going to do next? Song Shi asked. Lu Jiu thought for a moment and said, we can't go out in this state. We can only adapt here for a while and go to the netherworld realm after that. Currently, they were neither human nor ghost. They were monsters that were hated by everyone when they went out. The cultivation environment in the outside world was not suitable, and the spiritual space was too small. Going to the netherworld realm was their only choice. Song Shi nodded. Ghost Fiend and the others are outside. Should we get them to come over? Yes, please. Sorry to trouble you again. Lu Jiu still could not let go of the Heavenly Ghost Sect's legacy. Now that he could no longer lead the Heavenly Ghost Sect, he could only choose the next sect master. Outside, Ghost Fiend and the others looked nervously at the gradually calming spirit space. Yuer, bring them in. Song Shi's voice appeared out of thin air. Yes, young master. Bai Yuer waved her hand and flew into the entrance with a dozen people. The spirit space was even more dilapidated than before. A large number of spatial cracks were spread out like spider webs. Bai Yuer had no choice but to carefully pass through them and arrive at the place where the space had shattered. The destructive storm was enough to easily kill a nascent soul cultivator. A huge black demonic spider coiled in the void, next to Song Shi, who was sitting down. Young master, I've brought them here. Bai Yuer gave Song Shi her most beautiful smile. Sect master, Ghost Fiend shouted excitedly when he saw Lu Jia's soul. Sigh, I'm no longer suitable to be the sect master. The legacy of the Heavenly Ghost Sect will now depend on you guys. Lu Jia's expression was complicated as he looked at the 133rd sect master of the Heavenly Ghost Sect and said, as the 132nd sect master of the Heavenly Ghost Sect, I have given the order to pass the position of the new sect master to Elder Ghost Fiend. Song Shi quietly watched Ghost Fiend take over the position of sect master. He knew that what Lu Jiu was in a hurry to push the responsibility on its remaining members before they could reject it. Now that the Heavenly Ghost Sect only had 1 nascent soul cultivator left, it would be reduced from a top sect to a second-rate force. It would not be easy to be a sect master. Ghost Fiend was not happy about the burden at all. The pressure was huge, but he still promised, Sect Master, don't worry. I, Ghost Fiend, will do my best to not let the sect's inheritance be severed. Lu Jiu looked at Song Shi, blood-robed elder. If you're willing, I can pass the position of sect master to you. I've already left the Heavenly Ghost Sect. Forget it. Song Shi refused. If I really become your sect master, it'll attract even more enemies. It's fine if I'm here, but if I'm not, the sect will be in trouble. Lu Jiu smiled bitterly. That's true, but it'll have to trouble you to take care of them. Sure, before I go to the upper realm, if the Heavenly Ghost Sect is in danger, it'll definitely help. Song Shi agreed. Actually, he also felt a little guilty. After all, the siege of the Heavenly Ghost Sect was more or less related to him killing Yi Wenzong. Thank you very much. If we have the chance to meet in the Netherworld realm in the future, we will definitely set up a feast to entertain you. Lu Jiu said seriously. Alright, see you in the future then. I still have something on, so I'll leave first. I'll leave one of my subordinates to take care of you. Song Shi pointed at Black Snake. Is a soul transformation demon venerable enough? That's enough. Brother Bloodrobes is indeed magnanimous. Lu Jiu sighed. In such a short period of time, this person's strength was already not inferior to any top faction. It was really unbelievable.